This is Robin Nelson here with Horror Pop After Midnight. I'm here at Days of the Dead convention, and my guest is Pancho Moler. How's it going, Pancho?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Hey, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me here. Yeah.
So what have you been up to?
Right now I've been doing a lot of stand-up comedy. That's one of my new passions, and then I got done filming 2 movies that should be coming out in August. Till Death Do Us Part and Prodigal Feast. Yeah, it should be good. Fun.
How'd you get into stand-up comedy?
My manager, my acting manager said that you've been pigeonholed. Everyone only sees you as this horror actor. So I was like, all right, you want funny? I just become a stand-up comedian, and here I am. There you go.
So do you get any interest in people that get really mad at you or hurt while you're on stage?
Sometimes, but I always feel the best comedian. You can't please everyone. And I always feel if you're a good comedian, if there's 10 people, 7 of them love you, 2 of them are not sure about you, and 1 wants to beat the shit out of you. That is a good stand-up comedian right there.
Hey, you're doing your job.
I sure am, man.
You were also a professional skateboarder. What got you into skateboarding?
Well, I tried all different sports growing up. I was very competitive, but but it's too small for too small for football, too short for basketball, and too slow for soccer. And those were the sports I really liked. And skateboarding seemed like a sport that just didn't really require a height limit, and my low center of gravity was an advantage. Yeah.
Oh wow! So when did you first become pro?
I started skating at the age of 10 and became a professional at 18, and at 15 years old, I fingered a stripper.
Wow, fingered a stripper. I would love to see that.
Jesus Christ, you sick son of a bitch.
So funny.
You didn't know what to say to that.
I was like, okay. I saw your film Candy Corn. And your character got right under my skin and kept me on the edge of my seat. It made me wanted to beat you up.
Okay. Why is that?
Because it's just...
I was sticking up for the freaks, dude.
Yeah, you were sticking up for freaks. So what was it like to work on the set?
Oh, I loved it, man. It was actually the same set that they used on American Horror Story Freak Show. A lot of the same props, and the carnival type stuff, and it was surreal. I loved it. The guy Josh, my friend, the director, he just had a really wild imagination, man, and just kind of knew what he wanted and let me do my thing.
So were you the ideal character for his film?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was the lead in it, and all I wanted to do is do his writing justice. That's all you ever want to do as an actor is do justice to whoever is writing it, not disrespect it, and bring their words to life.
And you worked on 2 Rob Zombie films. What was it like to work on the set with Rob Zombie? I bet it was some crazy shit.
Yeah, no, it was, Rob Zombie is an actor's director. He gives you freedom to do your thing. You got to just trust him with he has me running around with a giant swastika on my chest, and I'm like, is this cool, Rob? He's like, absolutely, dude. It looks great on film. I'm like, do you know what I'm saying to your wife right now? He's like, I don't give a shit. It looks good on camera, so it was fine. That's freedom, dude. And as an actor, that's what you need. You don't want to be constricted, and he allows you to be spontaneous, which is the kind of acting I work on impulses. You know what I mean? And if I have one, I say it, just like what I did here. It's either going to work or it's not, but you got to trust it. Yeah. And Rob is really forgiving and really, really, he just loves an actor that can do that. So
did you have a pretty good chemistry with some of the actors on 31?
Yeah, and some of them became like lifelong friends. I became really great friends with Richard Brake. We didn't have scenes together, but after 31, I started doing horror conventions, and we kind of traveled around together for a long time. Him and Jeff Daniel Phillips. He's a great friend of mine. And then I got to hang out with Meg Foster, who I really loved, growing up. And He-Man, and then in They Live, and then Judy Geeson. I was traveling around with 2 old ladies that were fantastic actresses. They would and we would travel around to horror conventions together, and Meg Foster would constantly be feeding me like chocolates. You're like, you want a chocolate? You want a chocolate? I'm like, okay. They were like my grandma, man. It was amazing. I loved it. It was, you know, I never imagined my life to go that way. So I was very fortunate and grateful, you know, and traveling around with people like that, it teaches you know, about like, I loved observing Meg Foster talk to fans and how much time she would give them. And I try to be the same way with fans because I feel like without them, our movies would go nowhere. So, yeah.
So what was it like when you did your first convention ever? What was going through your head?
I felt like a complete loser. And this is why. Because I did Chicago. It was called Screamfest, I think. And they were doing like the Scream, the 25th anniversary of Scream. And I was sitting next to like Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, and Nev Campbell. And their lines were insane. And 31 hadn't even come out yet. So no one knew who the hell I was. And I was just like, what am I doing here? This is crazy. I want to be on this guy's level. But yeah, no. But after that, I kind of got the hang of it. I kind of just got to know where you stand and where you fit in, like especially at these horror conventions. You're not going to be people's favorite, but I think what counts is the time and that you give to the people that come up and show you love, you know.
Hey, I totally respect that. So what's one thing that really scares you?
Getting pegged. Yeah, I would never want that. Please.
I don't think we all don't want that.
Yeah, but that's it. That's about it. You know, that's a joke. Don't get offended by it. We're doing jokes. So.
Yeah, you know, I know none of my listeners have virgin ears.
Yeah. No, that's something. And you know, what else? You know, finding your wife cheating on you, shit like that. You know, real shit. You know, I don't really get scared by too much. I own a gun, so if you break in, watch your balls. That's my fire zone. Just know that. If you want to have kids, don't break into my house.
Hold on. Where can everybody find you on social media if they want to follow you?
You want to repeat that again? So that
yeah. Hold on. That was funny. Where can everybody find you on social media?
Pancho Moler P. That's it. That's the only platform I use is Instagram. So Pancho Moler P. Find me, DM me, whatever, you know. Well, I'll follow you back and we can talk.
Okay, one more question before you leave. Marvel or DC?
DC. Yeah.
My man.
Yeah, but DC like the original Joker, like Todd Phillips DC. That's you know, like that's all the CGI stuff is a little too much for my old brain to handle. So, yeah, that's what I like. It's darker.
All right. Thank you so much.
No problem, man.
Thank you.